I'm going to tell you something that you guys probably didn't know. You probably had no idea because I haven't been telling anybody. But I'm trying to get into Empire Arcadia. The reason why I'm trying to get into Empire Arcadia is because once I get into Empire Arcadia, this whole wave of just fucking beast-ass players come my way. And this whole wave of people who just want to fight me because I'm in Empire Arcadia comes my way. So that means my skill will go from where it's at now. Let's say my skill's at a 5 and there's only, a set level of skill which is at 10. I would go from 5 to 10 in like a month. Not even. Because if they put me in Empire Arcadia, if I'm in Empire Arcadia, I will go to New York and just play all day, every day. Just play. Play with all the Empire members, play with all the people that are their friends, have people get to know me and shit like that. So we can just play online, have scrimmages and shit like that. Because I need to get better. Shit needs to happen now. It has to happen now.
What up, everybody? It's that dude, Big Boss Yasser, Thirst the Bibble, Burst the Pimple on your ass. Cause I like bursting shit on your ass. Anyway, welcome to episode 3 of my Street Fighter 4 series. And today, we're gonna talk about Empire Arcadia. As you can see in the beginning of the video, I was very young and had a lot of pimples on my face. But no matter, this man had fire in his ass, and he wanted to get better. He wanted to get good. Look at the determination in that man's face. He didn't give a shit about the pimples on his face. A lot of you people in the comments did, but he didn't. He just wanted to get good, and I respect that man. Anyway, I don't know if you guys remember. Most of you who were rocking with me will probably remember this day. But I was pretty fed up this day. Because all I was doing was beating up scrubs and just dominating. And all I did was fuck people up, and it was bad. And I ran into these Empire Arcadia dudes at Chinatown Fair and was pretty upset by the outcome when we played each other. Some dudes wrecked my shit. They beat the shit out of me. And ever since then, I was just like, yo, I need to get on this team, bro. I need to wreck shit. These guys are wrecking everything. They got Justin Wong. This is back when Justin Wong was on the team. Freaking, they had Justin, Sanford, Yipes, Remix, Jago, fucking Huggy Bear, fucking, who else they had? They had so many people on the team at that time. It was ridiculous. Like they was bodying everybody. And I was so blinded by my hunger to be like, the best that I didn't really see what was actually happening. So let me break it down. Alright, so what happened was Infiltrator and I, we went to Chinatown Fair just to fuck around or whatever. And I guess for some reason we didn't really know about frame data. So we went to Chinatown Fair and we were playing people and stuff like that. And we ended up meeting Jago there, and Jago was bodying us. And we pulled him to the side while he was outside, and we were like, yo, like, why were you able to beat us like that? And he pretty much broke it down. And he was telling us what we did wrong and what move punished what. Like that, I feel like that day changed my skill for the better, because I started to look at the numbers of the game and more technical aspect rather than just, being dumb and autopiloting all the fucking time, So I started to study the frame data, what move beats what, what you could do on block, what's safe, what's not safe, and stuff like that. So I do, appreciate Jago for taking the time out to speak to us. We even ended up on a documentary about Chinatown Fair. A few documentaries about Chinatown Fair. The one documentary, the first one was when we were standing outside and we were talking to him. I'll post that in the links in the description so you can see that video too. But we were young, man. Oh my God, like 8 years doesn't seem that long, but Jesus Christ, like I had no meat on my body. But anyway, so yeah, he's like explaining it to us and stuff like that, and then he started telling us about Empire Arcadia, and he had these weird ass sideburns, and I was just like, yo, these cats do whatever the fuck they want to do, like Justin's running this shit right now, freaking, everybody is just running it right now, you know what I mean? So, I wanted to be a part of that. Yeah, and you know, normally I don't mind doing things on my own, but I really wanted to be a part of that, which was a gift and a curse at the same time, because I never really felt part of the team. You know, I never really felt like, you know, one of the team members. You know what I mean? Like I just felt like an outsider. But anyway, so I get home, I drop Infiltrator off, or we split, we go separate ways or whatever, and I'm just sitting there fuming because like normally it shouldn't bother anybody, but it bothered me a lot that I got bodied like that at this arcade. So I'm sitting there fuming, and I'm just like, fuck it. And there were people in the house. I got my camera and I went in the bathroom and I just spoke. I spoke my mind, and I was like, I really want to be a part of this team, man. Like I want to be a part of the team. I want to travel. I want to learn from these people. You know, I just want to get good. And for the most part, it was a positive reaction from that video. The funny thing is that Triforce hit me up on MySpace. This was back when MySpace was still going on. Triforce hit me up on MySpace. It was like, yo, like, you trying to be down? And I'm like, yes. So he went in the comment section and he was like, yo, I'm gonna make a video appropriate to, you know, like the appropriate response to this video or whatever. This nigga, he gets on a web camera. He puts on his Zelda hoodie. He puts the hoodie over his face so you can't see his face. He's got his power glove, and then he pronounces my name wrong. So like the video starts and he's like, hello Dayasha. I see you want to be a part of the gods. I must have replayed that video like 30 fucking times because I just couldn't believe that they were like responding to me or whatever. And he was like, yeah, you know, you want to do a tryout, you want to be a part of our team, blah 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 blah. And I was like, fuck yeah. So they set me up with a tryout online to play Kraymore. Most of you may know Kraymore. If you're in the local New York scene and stuff like that, with the tri-state area, you'll know who Kraymore is. He's a cool dude. He's Dominion's twin brother. You wouldn't know because that dude is like 200 pounds heavier. But anyway, they made me play Kraymore, and I think he beat me. It was like 5-1, 5-2, some shit like that. I ended up getting either, I think it was a match. It was one match or two matches. I can't really remember how the match went. But I wasn't really confident on the turnout, you know, because I got bodied again. But my thing is that I was trying to show that I could play, not that I was good at it. So when he played, I didn't go in with the expectation like, yo, I'm gonna body this fucking dude. I went in with the expectation like, I just want y'all to see that I'm passionate, you know, and I just want to, you know, I looked at it as a job, you know, like a job interview. I approached it very like, you know, if you teach me, I'll be a beast. So I lose the set, and then I get invited after the set. Triforce made another video, and he invited me to the Arc. So I'm like, oh shit. Now you got to look at it from my perspective, from the outside. Like the Arc was like, you know, you made it. When you make it to the Arc, it was like, yo, like we made it. Like this is like where all the best gamers in the world live. You know what I mean? So, when I see that video, I'm like, all right, we gonna go. So I invite Infiltrate, obviously, because, you know, we were always with each other at the time. And I'm like, yo, like you need to come with me. So I'm sitting on the couch. And he gives me the house number, so I'm sitting at the couch. I'm a very punctual person. He was like, yo, come over at 10 o'clock, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I bet. Now, my thing is I'm not going all the way to, where the fuck was it at? Was it Queens? It was either Queens or Brooklyn where the first Arc was at. I think it was Brooklyn. It might have been Brooklyn. And he was like, yeah, you know, I'll give you the address and stuff like that, so be here at 10. Now, I'm not about to take the trip from Jersey, from East Orange, Jersey, to freaking Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? It was like a 2-3 hour train ride. I wasn't trying to do that shit and just be waiting at the door like a sucker. So instead I did a separate sucker move, which was I'm gonna sit there and blow their phone up. So I don't know what they was doing or what was going on, but these niggas would not answer the phone to save their lives, bro. Like they would not answer the phone. I was sitting there calling and calling and calling. I must have called like twice an hour. Finally at like 5 o'clock, somebody answers the phone. Now, this all makes sense later after I get there, but Them niggas was knocked the fuck out. Nobody was up. I was up at 10 o'clock ready to go. I was showered, brushed my teeth. I was ready to go. These niggas was knocked out. Nobody was awake. So he finally answers the phone, and I'm like, yo, you ready for me? He's like, yeah, you can come over whenever you're ready. And I'm like, all right, bet. So Infiltrator and I, we get on a train. We take our asses to Brooklyn. So where they were at was like the Jewish part of Brooklyn, I swear, because it was nothing but Jewish people. It was funny. I've never been to this part of Brooklyn. So I'm walking, and we're walking. We finally get to the Arc or whatever, and I ring the doorbell. The Triforce comes downstairs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, it's time. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna go up there, and we gonna we about to learn some shit. So I go up the stairs. We in the living room and shit. And then I think Slamford was sleeping on the floor. Yipes was sleep on the couch. Like, niggas was laid out. And mind you, I didn't get there till like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And niggas was still knocked out. And I was like, shit. So, we chilling or whatever when we meeting all the Empire members and shit. This is back when Triforce was with, I can't remember her name. You know what I mean? And, we were all just chilling and shit. And, I'm taking pictures with the trophies and shit. Like, I'm fanboying. I'm fanboying hard as fuck. I got invited to the Arc. To me, it was a big deal. So, and I respected a lot of them. You know what I mean? So, now, of course, this is where it kind of turns for, like, the negative. It's not all negative, but it kind of turns for the negative. A lot of them niggas didn't respect me. And it wasn't like, I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's like I don't get it because I just wanted to get good. I wasn't calling them out saying they ass, they this, they that. I was a fan and I was trying to get good. So a lot of them niggas didn't respect me. For the few people that did respect me was like Yipes. Sanford always gave me props. Fucking Remix, you know what I'm saying? That's why, Remix was one of my dudes. But that was like it. You know what I mean? It wasn't really, oh, and Nightmare, oh my God, that dude's my bro for real. But, it wasn't really, it was, let me see, it was a handful of them. It was Red, Yipes, Sanford, Nightmare, and Remix. That was it. Everybody else was like, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So when I get there, Star Slayer was there, Prodigy X was there, because they just came off of that WCG shit. Yipes was there, Sanford was there, Red was there, Nightmare was there, Triforce was there, and then more niggas was coming over later and shit. So I'm like, alright, cool. Oh no, and Jerron was there. Jerron is cool as fuck too. So, and Lincoln, fuck, the whole squad was there. Lincoln was there too. So, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go and do this presentation and shit like that. Nah, them niggas was like, nah, just come inside and do what you do. So I'm sitting around like, what the fuck is happening? Like, nobody's saying nothing. Like, I'm talking to a few people, but they don't really know me like that. So, Infiltrator and I just sitting there twiddling our thumbs and shit. So, I finally get a chance to sit down and play. So I'm playing or whatever. And of course, like everything else, I get fucking wrecked. And I think I played Jerron that day. And, he wrecked me. And then at that point, he played Balrog when we played each other. And he did headbutt in the Ultra 1, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how does that shit even work? Like, what the fuck is this? And he explained to us how it worked and shit. So that was like a learning experience, because I learned different ways you could charge and shit. So at least to do that, and it may sound simple to you guys, to the people who've been playing for like years and years and years, but to me, I didn't even think that you could be able to do, something like that in the game. I mean, I could do it now, no problem, but before it was like I couldn't even fathom that something like that existed. So we just sitting there looking at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on in here? So I'm getting bored out of my mind. I'm sitting there bored. I'm done fanboying. I'm done looking at all the trophies and the posters and shit. I'm done listening to Triforce rant about how they're gonna take over the world and how Justin's doing this and Justin's doing that. I mean, granted, it was interesting, but I was there for a purpose, and my purpose was to get on the team and to learn. You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with what Justin's doing or what anybody else is doing. It was about I'm trying to get good. So. Not to bash the Empire or whatever, but when I went in there, like, it wasn't very clean. Like, when you look at the couches, like, I went to sit on the couch, and when I went to sit on this fucking couch, there was like a crate where the couch was, and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? So I ended up sitting on the floor, and when I sat on the floor, I fucked up like my pants got dirty and shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck? So I ended up sitting on like a crate and shit. So we just sitting there just not doing nothing. So then I was like, all right, well, I said to Triforce, like, yo, am I in or am I not? Like what's happening? Because at this point, I'm already impatient. I'm a very impatient dude. So at this point, I'm like, yo, like, am I in or am I out? He was like, all right, well, let's talk for a minute. Let us talk amongst each other for a minute, and then we'll let you know. So if we're trading out, we go outside. I think we get something to eat. You know, we fucking around or whatever, and then we sitting out there for mad long, and I'm starting to think these niggas is like trying to play me out or whatever, because, you know, they didn't answer the phone all day. You know, I finally get upstairs. Only a handful of people who said what up to me or whatever, or knew what I was about and shit like that, had a conversation with me. And then 3, they made us sit outside for mad long. Like, I was sitting outside for a minute. So I'm sitting there like, yo, like, what the fuck is happening? So, like, it came to a point where I thought they forgot about us. So I ring the doorbell, like, yo, what up? So they came downstairs. We go back upstairs, and he's like, all right, you win. So I'm like, sweet. What's next? You know what I'm saying? We'll let you know when that point in time comes or whatever, right? So I'm like, all right. So I'm ecstatic. I'm finally Empire Arcadia. You know what I mean? My wife is happy because she sees how, like, you know, excited I was about it and shit. Infiltrator's happy for me. You know, we on a train ride home. All I could do is talk about, yo, I'm finally on the team and all this other crazy shit. You know, I get home and then I make a video about it. I'm like, yo, thank you. It's because of you guys that these people know about me and all this stuff. And, you know, and honestly, it didn't really do nothing. You know, I did all of that work, and all it did was put me on the team. You know, I got better, but it wasn't like I didn't use the team to get better. The only thing that came from it is that people knew of me, and like word traveled that I was a part of the team. So since I was a part of the most dominating team like ever at the time, you know, people wanted to play me like, oh, why'd they put you on the team? You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a reason they put you on the team, which is what I wanted, you know. So they put me on the, you know, I'm finally on the team and shit, but nothing is happening. You know, I'm not getting any sponsorships. I don't have a T-shirt. The only time people, you know, took credit was when I did something good, but when nothing happened, nobody mentioned me. You know what I mean? If I made a video about something and it got a lot of hits, then they'd be like, oh, you know, EMP Deyasha. But if the video didn't do any hits, nobody would say anything. You know, when I used to go to Battlefield Arcadia, if I beat a certain individual, you know, they'd be like, yo, EMP Deyasha did this. But if I lost, nobody said anything. You know, so it was just like I remember only one specific time where I was coached by, like, I think Triforce coached me. There was a Battlefield Arcadia where it was like a team. It was like a team tournament or whatever. And I had to play. There was a team of, who was it? It was Adnan, Manny Forte, and somebody else. And I can't remember. And this is back when Seb was doing it. He was from FADC, from Focus Attack. That's back when they were streaming and shit. And I beat the shit out of Adnan. Like, I beat the hell out of him. Because at that point, I understood the game. You know, so I kind of got a grasp of what was going on and shit. So when it was time to fight Manny Forte, which was the first time I fought a Forte that had any idea what was going on, he beat the hell out of me. And all Triforce kept saying to me was, yo, you need to backdash. Keep backdashing, backdash. And I'm like, that shit does not help because I'm getting bodied for backdashing. So if you ever watch the video, you'll see that I'm doing a lot of backdashing and I'm getting fucked for it. And I'm like, why am I listening to this nigga? He don't even play Street Fighter. Like, why am I listening to your ass? I'm just getting fucked for doing what you want me to do. And that was the only time, like, I ever was coached or told anything from them. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, I was just like, fuck this. You know, like, I respected everything that they did, and I never, like, quit the group. You know what I mean? I never quit the team because I respected them, and I still, like, I had friends, like, really close friends in the group. You know what I mean? So I never never wanted to, like, try to disrespect them publicly or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is, but let me tell you, though, that dude Triforce is an opportunist, bro. Like, he will put you on the team and only use you when you do something that's beneficial to the team. And that's the honest truth. Anybody that fucks with that nigga will tell you. He's a cool dude, but fuck. I was blinded. Like, I really wanted to be on the team. I really wanted to be good, and he was just like, fuck it. Whenever he does something, we'll take that credit. But if he don't do nothing, we ain't rocking with him. Like, I didn't get no benefits for being a part of that team, bro. Like, at all. But, I did meet a lot of good friends from it. Like, I met Yipes, I met Remix. Jerron is still cool as fuck. Kramer was cool as fuck. Nightmare is one of my closest friends out of the group. You know what I mean? So, and Red is cool as fuck. I love listening to Red rant. Red just be ranting about nothing. But, yeah, man. So then, if I wasn't a part of Empire Arcadia though, I probably would have never made my own team. And I just feel like it's like it was a positive. That's why I said it's a gift and a curse, because I had to go through this experience to create my own team from it. And I like to think my team was pretty successful. I think my team was pretty good because I had hundreds of people MySpace me and hitting me up on Xbox Live and leaving comments and PMing me on YouTube trying to get on this team. You know what I'm saying? So I like to think I did something right with the team. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the next episode is about to be about. It's about to be, how we came up with FNEX and how I borrowed some of Empire Arcadia's things to make my team. A lot of the experiences I had to go through, I went through, and it was good, and it just helped me learn, and that was one of the things that I call a positive from this whole situation, because I learned how to treat my people. I learned how not to treat my people. I learned, how to put a team together, how to select certain individuals. Granted, I had a lot of lazy fucking bums on my team, but, it was still my team. We were still a family. You know what I mean? So there was a lot that came out of it, but as far as what it did for my career, I mean, it was like a lot of people just gave me, I got a lot of exposure for being a part of the team, and niggas just wanted my head. So it didn't really do much of anything for me, really. I mean, I had the two learning experiences that really stood out to me, but there was no real, like, mentoring and shit like that. And I don't harbor any hard feelings, and I'm not trying to bash the team or anything like that, because, like I said, I still respected them. And I did fanboy. I was a fan. You know what I'm saying? I was a hardcore fan of Triforce and all of them. It's just when you meet them in person, it wasn't what I thought it was, and it was kind of like a letdown, and there's a lot of things that they did that I just really didn't agree with, and I kept my mouth shut for the sake of not ruining a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, when Shine went to Battlefield Arcadia and he was bodying everybody, and then they was talking shit, you know what I'm saying? And then they beat him, and niggas in the background was popping off how bad he was and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, this kid is 15 years old, and he plays Gouken. So what the fuck? Why y'all popping off like that? Like, I had beef with Flash. It was bad. It was real bad. So, I don't harbor any ill will, and I'm not using this video to bash them. I'm just trying to tell you how it went down. A lot of people didn't know what being EMP, entailed. I never really gave the details, and I never told anybody how it didn't do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember talking to Dark Knight about it, and he was just like, so how does that help you? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I just know I'm a part of the team. I thought I was gonna reap the benefits of everything that they got, but nah, I didn't. They didn't pay for none of my shit. I still used all my money to get to where I was going. I still entered as just Deasha when I was entering tournaments and shit like that. I ain't get no jersey. Like, when the time came for everybody to get jerseys, I didn't get a jersey. You know what I mean? So I was never spotlighted on the Empire Arcadia channel, except for if I was popping off, which I did a lot back in the day. I popped off on everything, no matter what it is. Oh, the fucking sky is blue today, man. Fuck that sky, man. That shit is fucking stupid. I popped off of everything. I don't really pop off like that anymore, but I was popping off over everything. So whenever I did pop off is when Triforce took the opportunity to spotlight me. But other than that, it was like, if it had something to do with YouTube, they would, get Deasha, but other than that, it was just, I didn't really gain anything, so, I mean, I didn't get nothing from it. But it was an experience. It was a learning experience, and I'm glad I went through it, and I went and changed it. I would still be a part of the team, and I would still, go through it, because, like I said, it was an experience. So, But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this lengthy ass video of me rambling about being on this fucking team. Episode 4 is about to be about the rise of FNEX. That's gonna be a good run. That's gonna be a real good one. Or maybe I should do it about the people that be popping off and then when I met them in person they didn't have shit to say. We'll see. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for episode 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and all those episodes. You know what I'm saying, baby? Girl. You got so sexy behind that computer screen. Fuck.
Creatures in the street start to howl and crawl to you. You're just an animal and your head's up for a damn good price. We'll play your part between the sun goes down. All that's left is the night. Yeah.